Guys, I hope you are doing well. Today is Wednesday, the 15th of July, 2026. I hope you're doing better than me because I took an L on Monday. So let's just get into this video. Now, this is the daily time frame on the pound USD. On Monday, I was speculating that because I am bullish from the weekly time frames, and maybe you can watch my Monday analysis to understand why. But basically, when I was making my analysis on Monday, I was talking about I want to see like a little pullback, maybe back down to these particular wicks over here. You can see that we have two swing points and it's also a key level. This is around the 1.33 flat, but price has not done that, and you can see that it's starting to push slightly higher from these levels over here. So I do not know if at all price wants to continue pushing up from this level here. This is the 1.338, but it's quite interesting because yes, now we have bounced from the moving average. When I take my fib, let me take my fib from here to here and we can see. Okay, so yeah, 38.2 is decent enough. If at all price wants to continue bullish, then again I will not be shocked because I am bullish from the weekly time frames. But it's just that it is a bit shallow, but I guess the 38.2 is still okay. So yeah, what was I saying? So yeah, we do have that shallow pullback. Let me go to the 4-hour time frame, but you can see yesterday's candle we closed slightly bullish, slightly above this particular key level. This is the 1.338. Yeah, lots of wicks. Nothing is looking good over here, guys. Nothing is looking good. So the 4-hour time frame. On Monday I did have my trend line over here, but the main reason I have adjusted it till here is because now this is now valid from the daily time frame as well. So you know, with trend lines, they're different depending on the time frames. But you can see on the daily time frame, if I am now to conclude that this could be the beginning of a new swing point, you can see that this trend line makes sense on the daily, and it also makes sense on the 4-hour. And you can see even on the 4-hour, it's still being respected because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 touches here. So this is still pretty good in my opinion. Let's see. So yes, so now we're pushing upwards. I think I should add this particular level here. I don't know why I deleted it, but let me just add another level here. Let me just round it off. I think maybe because now we are dealing with a new swing point, I could just push it up here. I don't know if I have it on the 1-hour time frame, but let me leave it like that first. But yeah, I'm not seeing like the most proper candles to confirm, you know, like bigger pushes up. Again, I'm also not seeing that selling pressure because, you know, on Monday I was talking about I want to sell from these levels over here. So the CPI news came in yesterday, pushed price up. It didn't quite touch that weekly high of the 1.345. So if at all we are still, you know, this trend line is still being respected and we are making higher highs, then maybe price could come in today and also make maybe another push up, and then we can see what happens. Because maybe, you know, if the DXY continues dropping, we could have the pound just continue upwards without, you know, those pullbacks that a lot of people are anticipating. So yeah, at the moment this trend line is holding. If at all I'm looking for sales, I'm going to be looking for you know, selling now, because now this is now the lowest point. So if I'm looking for, you know, confirmation sells, I'd want to see something like this. Anything here is still going to be too shallow for me, and it's not looking like a good trading area, because I could say that yes, I'm still waiting for a break and retest, but then still price could continue pushing up and this trend line could widen again, and then it's just going to be a problem. So not good market conditions. Honestly, I am not in the mood. Again, well, that's why I've come late in today. But yeah, no proper candles. I don't see anything here, and I also don't see anything here. But let's go to the 1-hour time frame. So yeah, anyway, long story short, I do still believe that price is currently in an uptrend unless we get a breakout of this particular level or even down here. Okay. A 1-hour time frame. Okay, so the 1-hour time frame, okay, I do have quite many resistance levels, but you can see now we've just closed back in from last week's candle. So last week's candle, price, we closed at the 1.34. I have this 20 here just for specifics, but it's just 1.34. It's a zone. And we can see now today we're currently going back inside. So this could be interesting, because if at all we start making these types of movements and maybe price wants to now break out, then maybe that could be interesting. But right now it's not looking safe, guys. And again, we still have the PPI news that's coming in today afternoon. Not looking good. So on Monday, how did I get stopped out? Okay, yes. So on Monday, my trend line was here, I believe. Yes, it was indeed here. And I remember when I was making that video, this particular candle hadn't closed yet. And I remember saying that if at all this candle closes bullish, then there could be potential of price coming back here or even back here where I'd now be willing to sell. Now, because I'm a day trader, guys, I do not have all the patience to just be waiting for sales at levels. If I see something that's, being confirmed from my strategy, because this particular candlestick did confirm in terms of like my trading plan and how I trade support and resistance. I saw the fact that we bounced again off this weekly key level of the 1.338 and I ended up ticking along. It was actually right after that video. That's why there was even a bit of a lag in terms of uploads, because I took this trade. I targeted a 1:2, something like this. Yeah, it was something like that. Around 30 pips was my stop loss. But you can see, guys, this particular trade, I think Trump was making some tweets or something or whatever. I don't know. But it was an L. I was sliced off clean. I was even trying to look at the news to see what was going on, but I didn't really get like the response in terms of fundamentals. But yeah, that failed and I was okay with that L. So this July, I'm currently at -1. So my prop firm challenges, I'm -1 on my Alpha Capital and -1 on my FTMO because I took this trade on my FTMO account. So let's see if we can recover this month. Today is currently the 15th of July. Oh Lord, my payout day is coming. I might not have anything to request once again. Tough times, guys, tough times, but it's okay. I understand that this is how the markets are. Can't force issues. So yeah, back to today. So this is my trend line. I don't know. I'm not excited, guys. I wish I could be here and be excited, but I'm not. Anyway, if at all anything happens here, if I do get another bullish engulfing candle, if this zone, is protected and nothing happens, I would be willing to again take a buy before looking for sells if at all the selling is going to happen. Yeah, so probably this is the level that I can be looking at to buy again, but I can see that we did make a slightly higher low. Is it a higher high? Lower high. Yes, we made a lower low. Guys, these whole lower highs and lower lows, please excuse me if you see me confusing them. Just know it's just the words that's confusing me, but I can see that we did not make a higher high here. So that could also be a type of signal. I don't know if I should move yesterday's high to here. Should I do that? Maybe let me move it. So let me just adjust this particular key level here so that I can see things a bit more clearly. We do have a type of engulfing candle here. Interesting. Anyway, I'm going to be on standby at this particular level either way. If at all, maybe we want to sell. Maybe I could consider those sells, but I'm not too comfortable, guys. I'm not too comfortable. Again, we do have the news. So I will be posting updates on my Instagram if at all, in case of anything. You can maybe find me there, but I'm not convinced, guys. That is my bias. You tell me how the news went for you guys. Yesterday, I was seeing mad things, guys. Some people were getting stopped out by the CPI. Some people bought, some people sold. I saw another Kenyan trader who was trying to trade CPI until his phone got shut down. Yes, his phone shut down or something during the news. It was tough times. Anyway, I don't like the charts, guys. That's my conclusion for today. I don't like it, and I'm willing to not even trade it this whole week because it's not looking good. Anyway, dollar index, this is the root of all our problems, isn't it? So the dollar index, we're currently I don't know if this is the cleanest of ranges, but this is a range, guys, because price is still giving us a difficult time in terms of just trying to figure out what's happening, because you can see we're currently consolidating around this particular area here. There could be a potential of the dollar index moving up because, yeah, this is the 4-hour time frame, and I do have this 4-hour time trend line, which I believe is also from the daily. But yeah, we could have more space, to come here again, maybe to the 101.800. But I guess today it's all dependent on the news and how price will break out. For confirmation for me, either maybe a breakout of this particular level, the 101.60, or something like this to the downside. Okay, maybe the selling for this one, I could consider something like this. I don't know. Guys, these markets are not good at all. Literally, like not good at all. Right now, it's just going to be a waiting game for me. I even have a headache because yesterday I was doing some back testing and I was just trying to figure out like what is actually going on. But yeah, it is what it is. You guys let me know what you think. I don't see any candles here at the moment, the 4-hour time frame. Yeah, I'm not seeing any bullish engulfing candles to confirm that we have force to, push up. I'm also not seeing any bearish candles over here. You can see we broke above, then we made a lower low, then now we're climbing upwards. It's just not good. Like, it's not good at all. Let me try and see If there's anything here on TradingView that I can read, dollar on back foot as softer US inflation dims. So yes, the inflation, it came out a bit negative yesterday. Well, not a bit, actually a lot. But let's see. This is on TradingView. Who wrote this? Refinitiv. This is from Reuters. The dollar was steady on Wednesday after falling the day before, softer than expected inflation data. Okay, the US dollar index measures a basket of currencies. Consumer inflation slowed down. Treasury yields. The market, I'll have to read that by myself. But anyway, let's keep up with the fundamentals. I really am trying to keep up with the fundamentals this year. I'm about to get another notebook so that I can, read on fundamentals and start writing. If you watched what's in my trading notebook video, then you know. But yeah, I'm trying to learn fundamentals. This year, guys, it's like these fundamentals are just taking over everything. Let's look at the news today. Today is Wednesday, so we have some news. PPI usually, from what I've seen when it comes to the pound USD, it has a lot of spikes. This one is like, and not even a spike towards one direction. This is usually like a spike in it might even return to the same price, and it's very, very dangerous. I do not want to be trading here, especially with my prop firm account. I would rather even trade on my personal account if at all I get a setup, but I don't see myself getting a setup today. So yeah, 3:30 we have PPI, 5 p.m. we have Fed Chairman Warsh testifies. This could be something that could run till overnight, in terms of volume. And then tomorrow we have some GDP. What is this? Total value of goods. Okay, gross domestic product. Okay, yeah, so the change of goods. You guys let me know how you're doing. Me, I think let me know how you are doing. Let me know your trades. DM me. I have a lot of DMs on Instagram that I need to respond to, because yesterday was fire, guys. I'm sorry to everybody who took a sell. Who sold. Okay, oh guys, let me show you something. Sorry. Yesterday, I did see this bearish engulfing candle. Now, I want to show you guys something, and this is why I really do value the zones and my support and resistance lines. If at all, yesterday, I was like, oh, but we broke out of this trend line on Monday. Now we have a break and retest and then a bearish engulfing candle. Guys, my zones, I think I've mentioned it quite a number of times. When it comes, this is TMI, just something like an educational tip that I'd like to share with you guys, because these are things that I've learned by myself. When it comes to these zones, guys, you really do want candles that close outside of these zones. And in case you're wondering how big my zones are, usually when it comes to zones that are formed with the monthly and weekly timeframes, I know that these type of areas are going to be drama. So usually, they usually measure around 20 pips. It's like a 20 pip range. Like if you measure from here to here, it's around 20 pips. And you can see yesterday's candle was a bearish engulfing candle. If this was me 2 years ago, I would have said, yes, break and retest, bearish engulfing, beautiful, taking my sell. But then, guys, look, I got stopped out, and this is regardless of whether there's news or not. But the fact is, right now my trading strategy does not allow me to trade when there are candles that are forming in these particular monthly and weekly key levels that have not closed outside. And what I mean by outside is, for example, this particular candle here. This is a trade that I believe I took, closed outside bearish, but then I wasn't able to get full TP here. I want to see candles closing outside. So if this particular bearish candle had closed a bit bigger to here, I would have probably been comfortable to sell, even though there's news, maybe I'd take it on my personal account or something, but I did not get confirmation. And you can see I was saved by my support and resistance lines, and specifically these particular major key zones. So yeah, I just wanted to add that, because the trading inside here, guys, it's going to be problems. You would rather just wait and see what's going to be happening outside. So yeah, just wanted to point that out. That is it for today's video. I will see you on Friday. Have a good day. Bye-bye.